meet you. I really wanted to, have you come on the show and tell your story and stuff like that.
Hey, it's nice to be here, man. I thank you for reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, so what made you become a martial artist? Like what was the influence behind that?
My dad. My dad is the founder and creator of our style, Red Dragon Karate. My dad was my hero, and I wanted to be around him, so I went to the studio and started learning martial arts.
That and I hate that you guys get excluded out of everything because y'all pretty much as important as the Shakur side of the family as well. I just hate that they don't put y'all like in the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just glad people, like it and I enjoy the history and
Everyone, welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is episode 812. Hit like, comment, subscribe to the channel, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. Now let's begin. I got a special guest coming to the show for the first time. And she's so dope. I call her a legend. And she's a great, great singer. Her name is Elizabeth Withers, the singer who had the track Be With You, Simple Things, and such a remarkable artist and stuff. So I'm finna bring her in here. First time on the show, and finna get this started. Bring the queen in here.
Hey
Hello.
there. How you doing?
Oh, I am great. How are you?
I'm doing really, really good. I'm doing really good, real good.
Yeah, it's such an honor.
Oh, thank you. Why are you laughing?
No, I'm just little red blushing over here.
Oh,
Like you just don't understand.
why are you laughing?
No, it's just when you finally meet somebody that you truly admired and stuff like that. Because I had first heard of you when I was a senior in high school.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, and I'm 37 now, so that it's just it's crazy how manifestation works and stuff.
Yeah.
Because
And
I just was just like,
line and relate paths cross.
yeah, yeah, and wow, my mom will really be in shock right now. Like if she takes the time out to watch, because it pretty much I have promoted it and stuff like that. So my city knows about
Mhm.
this. So I
Mhm.
don't think she came across this, but if she did, she would be like,
What
"How
city? What
did you
city?
do
What
that?"
city are you in?
Oh, I'm in Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay. 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 All right.
Yeah, yeah. So
Well,
first
I
of
see what
all,
you're doing. I'm like, I love what you're doing. I'm loving your guest. I'm loving how you rolling your program and you growing. I'm like, I love that. Why are you laughing though? But why are you laughing?
no, it's I'm flattered. It's my
Oh,
flattery. It's my flattery. But thank you, thank you. It's kind of like small right now,
mm-hmm,
but it's gonna get big. It's gonna be
mm-hmm,
major and stuff. Because I tell everybody, like, everybody got to start somewhere. And you're so busy thinking about the what ifs, you overthinking and stuff like that. And you got to go pursue what you want to do because everybody else doing what's best for them. So it's your turn. Do what's best for you.
That's what's up. And you know, it's funny because everybody keeps talking about this, how things have changed with the administration, everything. I'm saying we're wasting too much time. What Elon Musk, everybody is doing. You know, we focused on the wrong thing,
Hmm.
and it's like if our parents and our great grandparents and our great grandparents had nothing close to what we have and they got us here, it's like it's time for us to take that now and do something with it. So that's why when you came to me on your platform, Elizabeth, can you come? I was like, yeah, because we have to do more of that, pouring into each other until your platform is the one that owns all the social media platforms. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so that landscape begins to look different. And so, yeah, so that's the reason why I said, yes, let's do this. We got to start using our resources, you know,
yeah, I agree. Because
pouring
not,
into each other.
yeah, and I
Mhm.
agree, and I do the same thing. Just for anybody who just thinking about getting into media, I always give them my expertise. I always tell them where to go and tell them that you don't need to buy all this equipment to put yourself in debt.
Right.
Here's the apps to use, and here's the my technique and stuff like that. But however your style when it comes to video editing, I'm willing to help you, and I just don't guard my secrets because I had to learn by myself. And I really was looking for somebody to teach me, but I had to learn myself. But it is what it is. I was just determined to get better.
That's so good. That is so incredible. Yeah, we just got to do more of that, build each other up, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so to the people who don't know you, would you mind giving us a brief description about yourself?
I am Elizabeth Withers, in parentheses Mendez, and I say Mendez because my daughter's name is Chelsea Mendez, so they understand that she's legit.
Okay.
And so I am from the Midwest, singer, songwriter, storyteller, actress, Tony nominated, Grammy nominated, most known for my role as Suge Avery in the Broadway version of The Color Purple with LaChanze and a host of incredible actors. And then being signed sight unseen by Bruce Lundvall with Blue Note Records. And I had the number one stepper song to this day for Be With You that I wrote with the gentleman called Toby Gad. And Gad has done a lot of stuff for Disney. And he wrote If I Were a Boy by Beyonce, Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie. So an illustrious career. Tony Moran, who's a dance club DJ, he produced two songs on me, Rising and Emotion, and he and I worked together because I would always do all the demos for Cher. So I would imitate her voice and to sing his songs, and he'd present it to Cher, and then she'd pick the song. So yeah, so just incredible. And then just an incredible career, incredible journey, and everything. And as I started going, I got ready to turn the corner. I'm looking at my daughter, and I'm like, the doors just today, my agent was calling me to work. And so I'm saying, wait, the people are still calling. My works from what I did with the color purple is hanging in the Smithsonian and the African Museum in DC. The legacy is there. The groundwork has been laid, and now my daughter's getting ready to graduate at 20 years old from Spelman College, the number one female HBCU in the country. And so I'm like, if the phone is still ringing, I'm getting on the road, and like I'm gonna do this because so many people want me out there, and I love being out there with the people. And in this turn, I'm just saying I'm taking everybody, the young people that were where I was, that generation that was just, they wanted that opportunity but they didn't have that opportunity. I want to be that catalyst for that generation. And that's just where I am, Elizabeth Withers.
Yeah, and you are so underrated as far as just all the female singers because I feel like you should have been bigger because your voice is such a authentic, just oh, just hearing it, I could just tell that you probably come from a church background, like a strong
Yes.
church background.
Yes. And you know what? With all fairness, I have to say this. I have to say this. Um, we as artists and creatives, we always want to jump out there. We got to be famous. We got to sell ourselves. We got to do this. We got to do that. And I have had and they have to basically sell your soul to do really what you love to do. That's generally what happens. And
Mhm.
at the end of that road, when you take that route, look at all the artists that have come up that way, where they were trying to keep up with the time. They were being molded and crafted and whatever. And they generally die from drugs, alcohol, heartbreak, all those things. Well, that's a part of what I'm tapping into now. I'm looking at where the people what happened to the people before me. I'm learning from their game and going, how do I preserve myself and then feed the generation that's coming up behind me so that I can show them how to eat, so that they know how to hustle and grind, and you can sit behind a desk if you have to, but then you can have your own desk if you have to. And showing that generation how to do that. And so that's where I am now. And so the bottom line is this: when I was in that space, that blue note
Mhm.
space, I was so depending on other people doing it for me. And we as artists, we want that record deal to do it for us, and we got to get into the trenches to do it ourselves so
Yeah,
that we own our own brand,
yeah,
so
and that's what
that
it's
we can
about.
feed our generations after us. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's what it's about, and it's cool because my show pretty much represents redemption and stuff. I didn't really get a chance to elaborate to you about my origin story,
Yeah, I want
but
to hear it.
yeah, but well, really, what started the show was the death of my brother and my father. They
Mhm.
both passed 2 years apart from each other. I lost both my last remaining grandparents, my aunts, few of my cousins. So I was at 11 funerals in 5 years. So I went through a lot, and it almost had took me down under, but I was able to get some help. I was able to talk to somebody, and that person got me through it all because I was just kind of like on the road to self destruction because I was just the strong friend. So anytime when you're the strong one, people really underestimate your pain and stuff because you're like, you supposed to be making me feel better, and I can't
Wow.
make you feel better because you my emotional punching bag and stuff. So I was just really just on the verge of crashing out, but once I had got some help and once I really gained acceptance and stuff, I wanted to help people. And just my best friend, he was just telling me like, man, you should do your show and stuff. And I was like, what, me? Because I really wasn't much of a talker like that,
But you got a
especially on
story.
camera.
You got a
Yeah,
testimony.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to just help people, and I didn't know like the premise or the how I was going to conduct it or to even come up with a name.
Hmm.
But the 1804 show just really came from me watching this documentary on Haiti when its independence and stuff like that, and I was just really just inspired just how they all work together. Because
Hmm.
usually like back in the day, slave rebellions, it was just the man and stuff. But the difference with them was they used men, women, and children, and they didn't have guns. They just had weapons. They knew the land. They used snakes, plants, martial arts, and stuff like that. And it just defeated two colonies that came and invade through. So I was like, yeah, that's it.
I'm
And I kind
telling
of feel
you.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I kind of felt like that because it's just me by myself. I have no assistant, I have no executive producer. I do all the work, I do all the promotion, I do everything. So I just kind of felt like that. Just their souls is helping me get to where I want to go
So now
and
we got to
helping
start
people.
using our resources. Like I heard what you said. You said, Elizabeth, oh my God, you should be da 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 da, right?
Uh-huh.
And with fairness, if I take that route like everyone else takes, and you give certain parts up, yes, you can do that. But at the end of the day, where does that lead you? The fact that you're taking the long route with your business, glean from the people that you got on your show so that you can grow it to a point where you can have other people around you. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Just use your resources, use the resources that you currently have to start elevating yourself, because you don't always have to do everything by yourself. You can't. I'm sure there's somebody in your circle to say, listen, send out some emails for me and CC me, and blind copy me, so that you can unleash some of that pressure.
yeah. I believe so. I believe that somebody will come to me and stuff like
Yes.
that, and I will be all for it because I just kind of had like a chip on my shoulder because the first episode they laughed at me so bad. They joked
What?
about because I
Laugh.
because they did because they know how I was because again I wasn't a talker, so I stepped out my comfort zone.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I know a lot of people were just like, "What is he doing? Like, who do you think he is?" and stuff. So once people saw that I was here to stay, then they were just like, "Okay, he's serious now." And even some of those people had came on the show as well, and we had talked and just bonded.
Mm.
And just the fact that a few people just after we had wrapped this up and just was face to face, they was just like, "Man, thank you, man. You saved my life." Because you the
Wow.
only person that ever took the time out to listen to me, and I
Wow,
feel
that's
good.
powerful.
Thank you.
That's powerful.
Thank you. And the money is cool. I really don't get monetized from this yet, but it's just knowing that I saved a life and gave people just a chance to see different perspective.
And what
This is
And
means
watch this.
everything.
Like I was just telling a friend this today. I said, it's not how many friends you have, it's the quality of friends that you have.
Hmm.
So if I make a post, I'm very methodical when it comes to the posts that I make. So because I have a certain target audience. And when I make a post and the people that I'm trying to target for what I need from my brand are on there, then I put more of those types of posts out there. For your brand, you could be tagging like Nike for your sweatshirts. I mean, for the conversations that you could be tagging frames, different companies that have frames. Tag them for those things, and no one would even have to know that you would probably end up being the brand ambassador for those your headphones. You
Hmm.
know, so tag when you make these posts, tag those companies, and then that way they're like, wait, who is this? Who is this guy? Oh, okay. And it makes them look. And then you just slowly build like that. So that's why that slow build is always the best build.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just love it because just like you said, the journey and I was able to do so much by myself so
Mhm.
far compared to a whole lot of people who have sponsorships and can have just um different representatives and stuff like that. Because just to say, just in 4 years, I was able to talk to the daughter of Raymond Washington, who started the Crips, and
Wow.
the actor that played Biggie Smalls and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, my catalog really just succeed just a lot of people and stuff
That
like that. So
should be
just
on your page, nephew. People should be able to like flip through that and see all them people that's been on there.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like,
have
you know,
that. I have
I
that.
mean, like one post, because people don't want to slide through every little post. Like one, like today, I had to make a post. I said people aren't always watching everything. Let me give them a recap. I am Elizabeth Withers with an S for Elizabeth, with an S for Withers, and so I gave them a recap. In December, I did. Or November, I did this. December, I did, and then people like, oh yeah, you did do that, and then you know what I mean. So you just refresh their memory, kind of thing.
Yeah, I have that on my intro when I do my YouTube stuff.
Oh,
It's all like in
cool.
my intro, just much together and stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna have you on there as well
Yay!
when I do like a year like recap and stuff like that. Yeah, so I just wanted to ask you this question. So, like, when did you really discover that you could sing? Like, was it early or because every singer has that particular moment when they just discovered when they had that voice. So
I
I just want to
realized
find
I,
out.
I love to sing and could sing. One day I came home from school and all the TVs in our house, my mother and father had thrown out the TVs. And so we were like, oh my God, what, how could you do that? Well, she was taking a class on the effects of technology on kids and families, black families.
Yeah.
And so she just, all the TVs were working. She just gave it to the garbage man. So of course we freaked out. Everybody's like, we're used to watching our programs and, you know, the Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, you know, the Partridge Family. We were used to that way back then. And so that evening, my mother was like, you know what? No, I want to see what everybody's talent is. Well, that evening we found out my oldest brother loved math. We found out my oldest sister Roxanne was into chemistry, science, some type of science. My baby brother was into medicine, and so they, what were you gonna do, Elizabeth? So I go to my room, I bring my lift and play record player, I put it up on the counter, and I sang Natalie Cole, I Got Love on My Mind. So my brother, God rest his soul, starts crying, and he was like, I'm gonna be your manager from here on out. And so I did all the talent shows and those kind of things. And then, and it's interesting, I think because fast forward, even after I had my daughter, I think that's probably where she gets it from because she's got, I don't like one type of music. I love all music, like rock, jazz, everything. And so, yeah, so that's when I found out. That's when I found out, much when I was very young.
Yeah, it's funny how siblings just insert themselves into your stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, man, I couldn't imagine just um being in front of people, in front of crowds. I would really get anxiety. So it was just performing. Was that like just natural for you, or was it work?
It's natural because I love people. So I can walk into a room and make a quick assessment of the room by the people, and I believe that's because of how I was raised. My parents, they, you know, we had everybody around us. We had doctors and lawyers and teachers and dentists and uh, rappers and drug dealers and pimps and prostitutes. We had everybody around us,
Hmm.
and because of that, you know, people would come to my parents with to this day. They'd come to my parents with gambling problems. Please hold my 15 grand, you know, because they trust my family. And so yeah, I think that's just how I was raised to see people and love people. I love loving on people. I love the underdog of people. Yeah, so I can make an assessment, and I love people, and it doesn't make me nervous on stage. I just see people.
Yeah, and it's just really dope because like I see a whole lot of your live performances, and it's just you also command the room as well. Like you get people interacting, and it's a really a good difference between an entertainer and an artist and stuff. So I would say that you a wonderful entertainer because
Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you.
yeah, it's just your outfit, your dresses. So yeah.
That's that actress part, you know.
Hmm. Yeah,
The storyteller part. Yeah, so I did the songwriters roundtable in Downers Grove. I did the 10-year anniversary for High Volume Live, their 10-year in Houston, Texas. I'm on the tour now, the Press Play tour, going to every city that I love and writing a song in that city. Like I was in Houston, I'm in the process of writing a song from that city. Each city that I go to that I absolutely fall in love with, that's where I'm writing the song with the musicians. Um, all while and I say this, you got to understand the journey to understand the praise,
yeah,
all while I'm simultaneously getting my daughter ready to graduate. She just turned 20, and it's just sh- to say that we have been to hell and back is an
yeah,
understatement. So to see how God is just, and you said it at the top of the show, you put things out into the universe, and then when you wake up and you see it manifesting, it's like, man, we serve a mighty God. So we
yeah,
got to be careful what we put out there. So when I talk about my daughter or those things, that's why I understand. You got to understand the journey to understand the praise.
yeah. And everybody ain't meant to understand
Yeah,
it. Only a
I love
select
that.
few.
Yeah, you're right. You are so right.
Yeah, because I always talk about my brother a lot, and a whole lot of people, including my friends, they didn't get the chance to meet him because he was 13 years older than me. So he was practically like a father figure to me, and I stole his whole entire face and stuff
Wow.
because it's a picture of us when we was a lot younger, and my mom and my sister, they have the same face, and me and him have the same face. It's really eerie. So like the more I get older, the more I favor him. So I make sure to just praise God, because even though like he's in the ground, he's sleeping or whatever like that, I get to see
Yeah.
him every day, which used
Yes.
to terrify me and stuff, but I cherish it because he's still here. He lives in me, and just by making sure that he don't be forgotten about, he go and live on through my
I
work
love that.
and
I
stuff like
love
that.
that.
So yeah, thank you and stuff. And I just try to just make sure to show my viewers that I'm not no gimmick. I'm a human being, because there's a lot of creations and a lot of
Yeah, but
plants out here.
you doing your thing, nephew. You doing your thing. And I don't mean to cut you short because I just looked up, I saw on the text here, I gotta do a conference really quickly, a 30-minute conference with the music director that for this other job that I'm doing. But I want to just stop in really quick to thank you for this platform.
Oh,
Um, and I'll give you you can show everybody where to go. They can go to YouTube, they can go to Instagram, they can follow hashtag EWM Desk, Elizabeth Withers Mendez Desk, and the Mendez is for my daughter Chelsea. And yeah, so that's it. Y'all just stay in tune, stay in touch, and follow. And I'd love to have y'all follow with me.
oh, thank you. We gonna have to have a part two, but it's okay.
Yes, we will. We definitely will.
Yeah, thank you, and you have yourself a good
All right,
night.
baby. I'll talk to you later.
All right, you too.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, guys, I just want to thank everybody who tuned in, and I appreciate y'all for supporting me, and hit like, comment, subscribe to the channel, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. Have a good night. Peace.